can't do, and we're about
crazy ups and the downs that we have. It's just no matter how long you've been in this business, what you get hit with when you're riding high, when you're succeeding and you're helping your clients, and then you're riding super low and a deal falls apart, or somebody chose somebody else instead of you, or you found out your best friend listed with the agent of the community. There's so many highs and lows about it that I would just hate to be doing this business alone. Again, the failure rate in this industry, and I don't know if people know this, honestly they probably don't, but the failure rate in this industry, from the people that start and within 5 years, 90% of them are gone. Like, that's an insane failure rate, right? And so the reality is there's got to be a better way to do this, and it's because we hold things so close to our chest, and we just don't want to let anybody in, and we don't want to give away, or we don't want to pay somebody a little bit more so that they can give me the security and the stability and the systems and the processes. It's just, it's unfortunate.
This is how a kingdom comes. This is how we do it. Oh.
I wish I could kind of get through to more people, break down their walls about just being open enough to receiving some good-hearted advice and some support tools. And there is no, wizard behind this curtain. Like, it is what we're saying. We're truly here to support. And how do you break down that first wall that say, you know what, hear me out, right? Open your ears, and there is a better way, and I got a solution for you that I think you might want to listen to. And I think that's something we're all kind of having to figure out as we're team building and or brokerage growing.
Well, I think there's a 1-2 punch, and it's like any service or product, right? If someone knows they want something, then they go seek it, and you just have to have the solution in front of them. So being very visible and knowing what you have versus the person who doesn't even know what they want. I think about infomercials, right? Like, no one woke up and was like, man, I need to be able to grate that cheese 4 different ways. But if they can capture your attention and show you the problem, right? So this is, I think, what we look back to about these pain points, right? And about cycling in on those. If we can really identify why it is that an individual agent believes they're not achieving the level that they would desire, and if you can speak those into the mind of the person through marketing, you'll have them in a moment. It's hard if you're an individual agent right now. So I mean, that's the reality of the marketplace. I mean, we can get 5 people or 10 people or 15 people working on a sale and doing different things that they're really experts at. It's going to be tough for someone like me who was just an individual agent 10 years ago when I first got into the business. I had to do everything myself, and I was good at selling real estate, but I wasn't good at a lot of other things. So that's you need to communicate a lot more clearly than I just did there. I mean, that's part of the value add. Darren, too, I think there's a big difference. Like, I think the gap, right? That Tom Ferry's maybe shown this slide before, where there's like the gap of uncertainty you have to jump over, right? To make a move, and so that's why staying put. When you don't have a lot on the go, is what I'm trying to say. Like, when you're a brand new agent, or maybe you're an underproducing member on somebody else's team, change seems like a very easy thing because you got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Like, there's only upside. But if you are, like, you guys are trying to attract already existing successful agents into your model, I think it's a different process, right? It's not as, here's a shiny treat, come and join my team, right? Because they already have something good going on, and now you have to show them that they can get better.
Whatever it may take, our will never break through blood.
When we were out for dinner with Brett and Natasha, she was saying about coming over, I think she was telling the story, or someone from your team was telling me the story about that. It was you, I think, Darren, that you had followed up with her. She was with another team or brokerage, and some deal had fallen apart or was on the brink, and you went out of your way to follow up with her on that deal, even though she wasn't part of your team. And she remembered that, and she was like, my own broker has never even asked me about a deal before. I think that's why this Redlife content that you're putting out is so powerful. Like, we see the views, right? We're not getting the engagement we want yet with it, right? Like, you're getting lots of views, but they're 10-second views. But the reality is of just showing that true behind the scenes, like, we're realtors and we're marketers. We know how much smoke and mirror is out there for real estate. We can only assume that same smoke and mirrors is out there when someone's trying to recruit you, right? But when it's raw and when it's real and it's just authentic, you know, you can't argue with that. I think of like other agents in my marketplace, like when I don't know, and it's totally wrong. It's just an assumption, but people are probably thinking the same thing about guys like us. I mean, that's where you get to see what Darren does. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, there's, you know, you kind of buddy up with the people you might have done a transaction with, and everybody else is an enemy, right? And you get this little chip on your shoulder that says, you know, I don't really need to talk to them. You know, they're doing, you know, I don't want them to catch on to what I'm doing, whatever it might be, right? We get pretty protective quick.